Okay guys, welcome back to the Bean Can. Oh yeah, I'm literally gooning. Okay, so, so, this is the Forsaken video, the long-awaited Forsaken video. Anyways, uh, Forsaken is a really popular Roblox game. At the time of writing this script, it is at 124,000 players. And in my opinion, it's not that good. Now, this may sound a little weird, judging that I have like 10 days on the game, but I don't really play it anymore because of reasons that I will be mentioning in this video. But just know that I know what I'm talking about, at least gameplay wise. For those of you that live under a rock, Forsaken is a survival horror game on Roblox, similar to Dead by Daylight. They also have a pretty similar problem too. Anyways, my first problem with the game is just horribly balanced, plain and simple. There's three types of characters in the game: survivalists, which excel in surviving, supports, which support their team, and stunners, or sentinels, if you really want to get fancy, and they can stun the killer. Now, someone who has played very little or not all of this game, that might seem fine, but oh boy, it's not. The stunners are just better than the other two categories. Why would you heal someone and let them take maybe one more hit, but you can just shoot the killer and stun them for 5 seconds? I know that doesn't really sound like a long time, but in games like this, that's a really long time. Why make a dispenser that takes forever to heal you and your allies when you can just backstab the killer, stunning the killer and healing 40 health instantly? But the two biggest examples of this, in my opinion, are Taff and Shed. Or Shedletsky. Taff is a support character, and he can throw down a bomb that if the killer gets in the radius of it, it explodes and makes the killer screen all pink, and it jerks their mouse around a little bit, and they can't attack for a couple of seconds after that. But if the killer hits the bomb, it either makes the screen effect just non-existent or so unnoticeable that it doesn't matter, and you can't attack for like a second, and you can hit the bomb while it's exploding. So if you're paying the slightest amount of attention, the bomb is basically useless. Then there are tripwires, which if the killer runs into, they get slowed, and they can't attack for a couple of seconds, and they're highlighted to all players for a few seconds. But if the killer does like any damage to it, it disappears and becomes useless. And it's not like these abilities come out quickly. Like, you're not able to just instantly throw the bomb. You stand still, and then you throw the bomb, and the bomb doesn't instantly start exploding. It takes a while to actually be able to detect when the killer is there. So, unless you already have bombs put down at the beginning of a chase, you can't use your abilities as Taff in a chase. And then there is Shedletsky. Shedletsky has a sword that he swings forward to stun the killer for, I think, 4 seconds. And he has chicken, and he only has 2 charges of the chicken, so he can only use it 2 times per game. And it heals him 5 HP directly and 35 HP over time. So if you're able to make a chase, which is a lot easier to do with a good stun like Shedletsky has, then you can just eat chicken and go back to basic lethal. His stun is really good too. If you go behind a corner, you're forcing the killer to either take it long or get stunned. Or they take the corner long, and by the time they take the long way around the corner, you already rounded the next corner. So, Shed is really good and Taff is really bad. And then there are the killers. Just literally just play 1x1x1x1 if you're good at aiming, and play Cool Kid if you can't aim. Jason and Noli are good, but they're not as good as 1x and Cool Kid. Why would you just literally play a character that's worse than characters that are good? And John Doe is just so utterly bad. And this isn't even all of the problems I have with the game. I think the real gameplay is fine, just pretty poorly balanced. But now I have to talk about I counted every skin in the game and added them up. You know what? Just guess how many skins are in the game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 380 skins. Keep in mind, I'm not including event skins or milestone skins, or achievement skins. So there's a lot more skins in the game. And keep in mind, these skins aren't like Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare skins, where they give a slight buff. No, they're just cosmetic changes. Every character has an average of 25 skins. And so there is 10, one character has 10 more skins than there are unique characters in the game. The devs are obviously just pumping out skin after skin, not really caring about making unique characters. Keep in mind that these skins are not cheap. They can cost a good chunk of in-game money. Some of them cost thousands of money. And there are 3 ways to get money in the game. Doing generators, which give $5 for every puzzle completed, and there are 5 puzzles per every generator, and there's 5 generators on the map. So if you're somehow able to complete all the generators in one game, you get a grand reward of $25. And if you survive the killer, you know, which is the whole point of the game, you get, I think, $50. So if you do all the generators and win, you get $75. But let's say you're playing 2-time or something, and you hit all of your backstabs. Every backstab is worth $10, I think. And so, and keep in mind, the generators, whenever you complete every puzzle, it reduces the timer by seconds. And the cooldown for the backstab is 20-ish seconds, I think. So you're probably going to be making a max of $110 per round. And so you have to play 10 or even tens or hundreds of games perfectly to get these expensive skins. And keep in mind that this is assuming that you do all the generators, win the round, and get all of your backstabs, which is just basically impossible. But you can buy this pretty little thing right here with real money to earn more money in game. It's genuinely sick behaviors by their devs. Either you grind for a skin for like 8 hours and give them money by playing their game, especially if you have Roblox Premium, or you give them money so you don't have to grind for as long. Such a good deal, right? You can also buy money in game, but I don't really care about that, and I would expect that in a game like this. Anyways, moving on. Another point about the skins is that there are 15 times more skins in the game than unique characters. The game gets to a point where you're not playing it to have fun, you're playing it to get skins. Take Beastworm Simulator, for example. Eventually, it does just end up with you grinding, and sometimes the grinds, it's not fun. But at least at the end of the day, by grinding it, you're getting something in Beastworm. In Forsaken, you just get this kind of cool looking thing. In their updates, they also clearly prioritize making skins more than unique content. The Noli update, for example, came out with 1 unique character, 2 new maps, and I think more than 100 skins. This is a really crazy ratio of stuff that matters to skins. The updates would have taken like probably 3 weeks if they weren't just making 80 billion skins for the update. But no, instead we have to wait like 5 months for an update that should have been a few weeks because they wanted to add a bunch of skins. Then there is this section is pretty short, but it is like a very serious problem that oh my god, I can't freaking talk. This is like a very serious problem that the devs are just forcing on us, kind of. So I call it the key dangling problem, and it's where they show off really cool stuff that they're gonna add to the game, and then they either scrap it or wait until 9 months to actually add it. And on the Discord and Twitter, they flaunt off like the concept art for a bunch of new characters / skins, and then either cut them or take forever to add them. Whenever they have an idea for a character, they don't even like come up with like the moves for the characters or something like that. Whenever they just think, hey, this guy would be pretty cool in the game, they make like a 30-minute sketch of it and then post it to the Instagram, or not Instagram, Twitter or Discord, and say, oh yeah, this is gonna be the new hip character that's gonna come out in 10 years. And whenever they have an idea for a character and they put the community gets like really excited for them. And then they just cut it. They cut the idea, and it's so fucking annoying because people start big, humongous arguments about it. I can't talk about it. And my final problem with the game is I don't have evidence to believe this, but I swear they have like an entire team of 20 people, and all they do all day is just work on new skins for the game. But what I do know is that there are 3 people working on the game currently, I think. And for the rate that the updates are coming out, to how many people are working on the game is crazy. The team could have easily made the Noli update, for example, in like a week with 3 experienced Lua devs. Then I don't think that would be that hard to make one character in a map. And even if they it shouldn't have taken that long. Even if they were adding even if we're taking into account the time that it would take for them to add all the skins, it still should have taken 2 months. So, and it took 5 months when they started saying that the next killer was Noli to when they actually released it. I think it was around 5 months. And because it took so long, because they were too focused on adding skins and legal issues. There's no way that transferring a Roblox game is that hard, gang. And I also don't have any evidence for this, but they're all pedophiles. Anyways, while I literally just called the devs pedophiles, do not send any hate towards them. Though, if you are seeing this, if you are seeing this, do send it to them. These are just my big issues with the game. I am in fact not a Roblox developer, so I may be wrong about some things, but the Noli update should not have taken that long, game. They just used legal issues as an excuse for how slow they were. Anyways, goodbye, Goon Gang.